Something Scott said a while ago touched off a memory. Was a few years ago, Barry Goldwater was out in Sun City speaking, and somebody, as often happens with a politician, somebody said, "Senator, can't you do something about the noise of these jet planes?" And usually a politician will go into a long diatribe here explaining, and not Barry Goldwater. Barry just said, "Thank God they're ours."
Yes.
Man, a few words. And I never forgot that. He was my mentor as a young historian. We often got together because and I introduced him at the Barry Goldwater lecture series for about 25 years. We never talked politics one time in that entire period, so I think that's why he liked me, and he had this fascination, this great love for Arizona. And when he left the Congress, unlike so many who stay back there and become rich lobbyists, he came back to Arizona where he lived out his life, the place he loved. And his mother took him all over, he and Bob and Carolyn, all over Arizona as youngsters in an old touring car back in the early 1900s, and embellished him with stories of the Hopi Navajo country, of the desert. She became an expert in flora and fauna and history, took him to the towns, and there he developed that lifelong love for the desert and for his state of Arizona. I have spent 72 years as, I guess, a desert rat, so don't know if that qualifies me as an authority, but have been involved in several land preservation projects. And there are many deserts in the world. There's only one Sonoran desert. It's a realm of wondrous diversity. I stole some of these lines from one of my books. The most prolific of deserts is found in the most extensive variety of plant and animal life in the world. Scientists, and I've been told this by scientists from other universities around the country, they say scientists come from all over the world to study Arizona. And it's the Sonoran Desert they mostly come to study because of its uniqueness. We are the first generation given the responsibility for preservation of our desert lands. We are the first. Our early settlers didn't have to worry about overdevelopment. No one could have predicted the rapid growth that would take place in Arizona over the last half of the 20th century. Thus we have inherited this role as caretakers. We inherited a challenge that must be dealt with, and we must step in and face that challenge. Once the land is lost, as Jackie and some others said, once it's lost, it's gone forever. And we must be passionate in our quest. People need these natural sanctuaries. And even if we don't use them, even if we live in the city and we don't use them, it's comforting to know, because I've had city dwellers tell me this, it's comforting to know that they're out there in case I need to go there sometime. I know they're out there. Marjorie Kinnan Rollins, you may be familiar with the author Marjorie Kinnan Rollins, wrote, "Well, at some future date, we'll have to turn this responsibility over to the next generation to manage. And history will be the final judge as to whether or not we have succeeded." Aldo Leopold wrote, "Harmony with the land is like harmony with a friend. You cannot cherish his right hand and chop off his left." And in closing, let me say, your children will thank you. Your children's children will thank you. And as will continuous generations yet to come.